The police state is not coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is already here. Now, make no mistake, there are people within our society that don't deserve to be out here breathing the fresh air, the smog Los Angeles air, or the crappy New York air. They honestly don't. That guy who took out that father and son or father and stepson in Brooklyn and casually got into the elevator and went on his merry way. Yeah, we don't need people like that around us because in a civilized world, a confrontation over whatever it is and you live in an apartment building should not result in gunfire. It shouldn't. So obviously there are people, some of the trash needs to be taken out. Let's just put it that way. However, I have seen way too many instances of just regular folk, regular human living souls going about their day, doing whatever they're doing, and they are accosted by someone in a glorified costume, and commands are hurled at them, and it's one after another. And if they don't immediately comply, somehow this person ends up with lead in them, or they end up with a serious beatdown. I mean, it is just so violent. And like I said, a lot of times it is not called for. Now, situations where you have, a mass casualty event, obviously, when you get a hold of this person, whatever you do to him, you do to him. I don't think the public will shed a tear. Nobody will make videos and say, oh, that was horrible. No, you take it upon yourself and go out there and do something horrendous like go into a shopping mall and just open fire. Something, whatever crazy thing that these nut jobs do. You go out there and do that. When the long arm of the law comes down on you, they should come down on you with full force. Make no mistake, right? I have no pity for these kinds of folk at all. However, these kinds of interactions that I'm about to show you, they shouldn't be happening. Under no circumstances should you be given let's say, a speeding ticket or one for a seat belt or some minuscule charge, right? And then end up going to the morgue. That's unacceptable. It is. And I don't care who tells you otherwise, what flag waving patriot, whether it's the Hodge twins or the Patriot twins, whatever bullshit name they call themselves, the Officer Tatum, whatever Negro peon out there, these guys have no idea what the Constitution stands for, its actual purpose, and what it really means to be a free people. They don't even really know what the U.S. really is. Honestly, or if they do know, they're a bunch of liars. Let's just put it that way. Because if you really knew what the United States is in reality, there is no way that you could just, lay down and lick the boot for policy enforcers, which is what they really are. Like I said, they have a job to do in the case of these hardcore criminals. They act like, life is just, a fleeting thing. They can take it whatever they feel like. Yeah, when you come upon these, yeah, you do what you gotta do to them. I don't think anybody will shed a tear. Right? But when it's just regular folk, man, you're supposed to take it easy on them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, majority of people are struggling just to make it, and it's not right. It's not right. In the city here, you forget your car double parked when the street clean, you come out, you get a ticket. You know what I mean? You pull up by a hydrant real quick to jump into the building, you come out, you have a ticket. Right? You park somewhere, the meter goes pass the time, you get a ticket, right? It's hard enough having to just, be in a vehicle and do regular things and not, be charged every step of the way for the slightest mistake. And I think when you actually pull somebody over for tinted windows, busted tail light, these kinds of things, and this person is not suspected of a crime, then, however that interaction goes, it should go smoothly, right? I would say that it shouldn't happen at all. But let's say, okay, you're really trying to curtail the violence in these urban areas. Okay, I understand, right? It is pretty bad. That interaction should go smoothly. Try not to treat this person like a criminal before you actually, have some basis to do so. That's my point. That's my feeling. That's what I'm saying. But let's take a look at this. Let's see if we can um, gain or extrapolate some knowledge from this right here.
All of the codes, statutes, and regulations throughout the United States are a will from the masters to their slaves. A will is defined as an express command used in a dispositive nature. When individuals in America are charged with a crime and warehoused in a jail, it is because they went against the will of the masters and not because they harmed another person. Remember that. The will demands from us all that we are, keeps us in check, and promises us nothing. The police officer who arrested you has been brainwashed into believing that he is doing the right thing when in fact he's nothing more than an armed slave acting as a henchman and hired to bully and intimidate all of the slaves into submission of the master's will. This statement will probably offend most police officers, but this is a fact and it is not their fault.
As far as I know, you have not done anything wrong at this point, but you are slowly reaching to that point to 148 PC.
I'll get out of the vehicle for you. I will get out of the vehicle. I'm getting Mama.
All right, well, you're not free to leave. You're going to take the bag off.
No, I'm
You're going
not.
to take the bag off.
No, I'm not.
Relax your...
Hey! You're raping me. This is rape. This is rape. This is rape.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax your arms.
It's relaxed.
Stop fighting with me.
It's relaxed.
Stop fighting with me. Stop fighting.
All right? I'm not fighting.
As far as I know, you have not done anything wrong at this point. As far as I know, you have not done anything wrong at this point. As far as I know, you have not done anything wrong at this point.
So that is just one of the lesser ones, right? I did not want to show anything graphic where, you can actually see violence, but it's there. It's there. All you have to do is go to a channel like what is this guy? They said he peddles racism. What's his name? Geez, I'm forgetting his name. I remember the channel's name is called Indisputable. Right? There's a case where this woman's in the car, right? Just sitting in the car on the phone, and the guy comes up to the cop. Let me see your ID, right? She's like, what? What did I do? Car's parked. I'm here waiting on somebody. It's like, oh, just let me see your ID. No explanation, no nothing. There's no courtesy, nada. Right? Now, supposedly this person is suspected of crime. That's the story. This male cop, proceeds to pull this woman out of the vehicle, assault her, blacked up her eye, bruises all over her arm. Just, if you're watching this and you think that it's okay for this to happen to a person, or let's say yourself, put yourself in that woman's place. How would that feel? Because sometimes it happens, right? And then they say, oh, it's not all officers, it's only some officers. But here's the problem. If you will do that to someone who you're not even sure if this is the actual perpetrator, right? You haven't said anything like, hey, man, there was a report of ABCD And this is what happened, so I need you to do this in order to, because sometimes people, it's like, well, this guy probably just wants to harass me for no reason because I'm parked here. And it's the same all the time. What you stopped from before? I need to see ID. Walking on the street. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long because on a different channel and my King Lucian channel, it'll be back up by, I think, Friday. So if you're looking at it on this channel, be sure to subscribe. All right, tell your friends, tell your family, everybody. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and just beware. You know what I'm saying? Just be wary, be aware that when they say there's a lot of good cops, understand that these guys, they all follow certain guidelines and they stick with them regardless of whatever else is going on outside of that little world. And a lot of people have paid the price for it, innocently so, right? People have been taken out while sitting down in their living room eating ice cream, and it's the wrong apartment. All right, remember that case of Botham Jeans. So let's honestly not be a bunch of bootlickers. Let's be a bunch of intellectuals who actually know what's going on, see things for what they are. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's your choice. Blue pill, red pill, you choose, right? Neo had to choose. You have to make a choice too. You want to stay asleep? Hey, be my guest. I choose to be awake. How about you? Like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the content, and share it. Peace.